All right. Well, welcome to the demo slash training. I'm not really going to do a demo of everything inside the system. Instead, I'm going to do a training for you because I know what it is you need and what most of us are looking for. So that's what I'm going to do. So today I'm going to take you through the steps for creating your landing page and getting it active and making sure that you share it. And I'm going to show you exactly all the quick steps to do that. And while I'm showing you, you're going to get a great idea of how wonderful EngageMore Pro is for all of these things built right inside of your software. So I'm going to start here on this page so you get an idea of the things that we're going to be going through. But I want to show you this because I think as you look at this that you might get overwhelmed by it, and I understand that. But these really are the steps in general most people would need to take if you were going to create this from scratch. And the awesome part about EngageMore Pro is that you won't have to create this stuff from scratch. And you're going to be able to take everything we've already created for you and easily implement it within minutes. I kid you not, within minutes. So I'm going to take you through all these steps in such a fast way that you're going to be surprised that, wow, I've been really making this way more complicated for myself. So let's pretend like you're starting inside of your new EngageMore account and you want to start lead generating, and you can do this organically, or you can take a landing page that we've created, that you end up creating and sharing it with the world through an ad if you want to do that. So we're going to take you through all those steps, but it's actually going to be so easy you won't believe it. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first step in creating a lead magnet is making sure that you have an idea of who you're going to be marketing it to. So in this case, today, we're going to talk about how to create a lead magnet for a downloadable guide. So let's go ahead and get started by heading over over on the left-hand side, you're going to see we've got all of these different tabs. I'm going to head over to our sites. And we're going to show you how easy this is to create this. You're going to go over to your sites and you're going to go to your editable guides folder. So in the sites you have funnels, right? If you have a website with EngageMore Pro, you'll have a tab here for that too. But we're going to our funnels tab and we're going to head down to the editable guides and lead magnet folder. And in this case, right now we have 4 different guides for you. So let's go ahead and click on the first time home buyer guide. And you can see we have a guide that's pre-built already. If I go and view this page right now, just so you can see the live version of it, you can see that I have my logo here, I have my information that's loaded in, and a beautiful guide that's already here that has all of the things that I think a first home buyer should know. On that note, however, if there are things that you want to be sure that you include, then by all means, by the way, you're going to see here there's a button that will take them to a page, and I'll show you where all this loads. But if I go through the whole thing, you're going to see there's a full guide here for you already, and all your branding is already on it. It already loads. It loads automatically. And how it does that is through what we call custom values. So we've got this guide, but if I wanted to add some information to this that is a little more personalized to the location of where I live or work, I highly recommend you do that. I'm going to click on the edit button here. If you've ever worked in a funnel software before, you'll see you can add as many pages to a particular funnel. This one has one page one step basically of a funnel because it's just the guide, right? It's just the guide. But you can see right here that it's automatically loading in your logo from your profile, and all of this information is loading in from your profile as well. So it's pre-built for you. Okay, so if I wanted to add something a little more local, I would decide to do this really easily by simply coming here, picking a spot within the document, and let's add a paragraph. So I'm going to add a paragraph that is going to be separate. I could add onto this one, but I'm just going to go ahead and add this so it's clear to you. Now, if you look at this, this print's a little bit small. I know the whole guide is written in a 20 font, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace the whole thing. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just get rid of this, because this is just obviously text. All right, Now, I've highlighted this whole thing. Do you see right here? I have an AI little bot man. So I'm going to go here and generate with AI. Now, I've already pre-written my prompt just to get it done, so I'm not taking a lot of time. But I'm basically saying I'm an agent in Maricopa County. I need a paragraph about buying and selling homes for first-time home buyers in the area. I just wanted to share some special insights about the top 5 things to consider before buying a home in Maricopa County, Arizona. Write me some content that would make sense to add to my first-time home buyer guide. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and tell it I want about a medium-sized length paragraph. I could add some additional options here of other things, writing tone and all of that, but I think I'll just go ahead and have it generate basic information. So I'm going to hit generate. And we are inside this software, so it's not like I have to go outside and do this anywhere else if I don't want to. Just so you know, using any AI in here does take a few credits, but it's very minimal. And now I have content. So I'm going to read through and see what it's given me. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't. Embark on your journey to homeownership with confidence in Maricopa County. As a first-time homebuyer, you're about to make one of the most significant investments in your life. To ensure a smooth transaction into your dream home, consider these top 5 insights. And then they've given me the insights. And then it talks about my expertise and all of that. So there's that. There's another option here. I like this kind of better because it's numbered. So I'll probably use that. If you put, you kind of want to break things up when you're creating a guide like that. So that kind of did that. It doesn't bother me. Welcome to the gateway. So I actually like this one right here. I could have it generate again if I want to. I'm going to go ahead and copy that over here. Now, if I want to make edits to this, I could do that at this point. And I'm going to hit continue. And it just replaced it. I really didn't even need to copy it, right? So I'm going to drag this over here. Now, it is centered, so that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to just highlight the whole thing, and I'm going to send it all over to the left, and so that it's in a paragraph format, so it makes more sense. See how easy that is? And then right here, it's a little tight, so I could I think I'll just hit a return right there, and now it's just part and parcel. Now, if I wanted to, I could go through the rest of this guide and add little blurbs here and there if I wanted to. But right now, I'm just going to say this works out fine for me. And then the key here is going to be publishing it, right? Now, if I wanted to over here, I could put in all the search engine optimization things. This goes for all the funnels. I'm not going to bother with that right now. I'm not overly concerned about the guide showing up anywhere at this very moment because I'm going to use a landing page to get people here first anyway, right? So now if I close this window out, I can publish this right now. Now if I hit publish, what it's doing is saying I need a domain for this guide. Well, I've already added my personal domains to my software. It's very simple. We just simply went in and said, I want to create a subdomain of my main domain. So my main domain for my website is actually this. Conceivably, I could put this guide right onto the site as one of the pages, but because this is a funnel page, it's separate from my website. I need to have a separate URL. So I created one that I use for all of my landing pages. One subdomain of my main one. I'm going to go ahead and use that. This didn't cost me anything. I just connected it through my GoDaddy account. Simple. It took me a couple of minutes, literally. Now I'm going to hit save. And now, if I want to go look at this after it publishes, which might take a second because it's kind of big. All right, so we're going to go ahead and view to see how it looks. And just make sure everything looks good. As I read through this, I probably would take this paragraph and stick it up here. But again, I'm just giving you a sample of how easy this is to do. And you can edit it all day long, however you would like, so it's no problem. All right, so I'm pretty happy with it. Now, what I need to do now is the guide is complete. So we always work backwards, right? We always make sure that we have everything set up first before we just start posting all over the world and saying, get the guide, right? So now that the guide is complete, that's how fast it was to create the guide in here. And you do that for any of the other lead magnets. It's very similar. You don't even need to add that section if you didn't want to. You can write it yourself too. I'm just showing you how easy it is. All right, now that we have that, I want to go back out really quick. And I'm actually going to get the URL from this, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to put this. I want to make sure that if someone signs up on a landing page that I'm going to show you how to make, that they're going to get access to this guide. Now, if you look right here, because I added in the URL, this is the URL to my guide. I'm going to copy this really fast. I'm going to go over to my settings, and I'm going to go down to my custom values. Now, you'll notice you have custom fields. Custom fields relate to the user, right? The actual person that's in here. And we have a whole bunch of custom fields in here that are already preset. We also have custom values, and these pertain to you. And so the easiest thing you can do is just come straight in here and go to your folders and go to About You fields. And you're going to scroll down to where it says Buyer Guide. So anytime this field shows up anywhere in any of the emails or texts that we're sending out, it's automatically going to load in whatever I have, because you can see I already have the business area here, which you will fill out when you get in here. You'll fill out your state, you'll fill out your brokerage. All of these are going to automatically load in because they pertain to you. So for everything that we've already pre-built for you, you will have these fields load in. All right, I'm going to edit this custom value and just put the URL into that first-time home buyer. Okay. All right, so that's done. Now, how does this get into the emails, right? So that's the next thing, and I'm going to go through that when we talk about setting up the drip campaign or the workflow so that you are able to automatically deliver this once somebody signs up. So that'll be in our next lesson.